Bum, 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 bum. The Penis Like Show. Bum, 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 bum. Well, another month has come and gone this year, and so far there's still a lot of uncertainty about my quest to find the right life partner. So, unfortunately, there's just so much going on, right? So I finally met what might be the right one, but both of us are so busy, and we've postponed the same. I mean, we've gone out three times, but we've postponed the last date 3 weeks in a row, and I don't think it's anything bad or anything. It's just it's so much going on. She works during the weekends. She works almost full time at a department store, and so earlier today, her mom just needed a hand with some car shopping. Their car is dying and all that. I don't think she's lying to me about that. But it just goes to show all the perils that have come up in life. There's a lot of uncertainty with the girl in Taiwan, right? Mostly because we don't get to see each other all that much, right? So things are just kind of dying down. Uh, I really feel like every time I'm talking to her, it feels like our conversation is on life support, right? It really does feel like that. But here's the problem. I'm getting really nervous now, in large part because of the weather. I know I sound like a broken record saying that, but that's a big source of anxiety for me. And let me look it up right now so that I can be even more worried. It is 86 degrees right now, and so to give you an idea how hot it is today in Phoenix, when you learned the periodic table in high school, you probably learned that there's only one liquid metal. Right here in Phoenix, we have four liquid metals. That's how hot it is. I'll let you figure out what that means. But where you live, there's probably only one liquid metal. In Phoenix, we have four, and one of them is really toxic. Obviously, two of them are explosive, and one of them is safe to play with in your hand. Right. So I'll let you figure out what they are. But it's last summer I got a really bad case of long COVID during the heat wave, and I was lost because I needed my job, I needed my income, I didn't have another income to fall back on, and also I didn't have somebody to pick up the groceries. I was dehydrated. Here in Arizona, our tap water isn't exactly safe to drink because it also contains a bunch of toxic metals as well. It might, I don't know, and so I was lost, disoriented, and God, I can't even leave my job because I need that money, and it was just a very confusing feeling. So I actually don't want a romantic partner or a sexual partner of any sort. I don't even necessarily want somebody to just have fun with or anything like. No, I don't even need a vacation buddy of any sort, right? So, for example, I'm not longing for somebody to travel to Taiwan with me or travel to Poland or some of the other places I want to go or Yosemite, right? No, I'm perfectly content with that. The problem is I want somebody that we can share our income, our wealth, and our ideas with, right? That's what I want, right? So, for example, I had a really bad meeting at work. My boss had said something not bad, but it was cryptic, and I go out with at this because of Eve Curry, and I bounced the idea off her, and she has no idea either. But just talking one on one about this, we kind of started to decode what was going on. I felt a whole lot better. And even though I still didn't know what it was about the next day when I went to work, I felt a whole lot more confident about it. And so that was good. To give you an idea of what happens when I don't have somebody to bounce an idea off of, I was working on my PhD. My PhD advisor had emailed me saying, "Can we talk about something tomorrow?" And I desperately wanted to know what it was. I thought she had discovered that I was sleeping in the campus. I didn't have a home at the time. That's what I thought it was. And I was so nervous. I emailed her and I emailed her and I emailed her. And when she didn't respond, I went online to look up her phone number and I called her. And her husband picked up. And when he realized it was me looking for her, he was so upset that I interrupted them at dinner. He slammed the phone down on me. And the next day, I got to the office at 7 o'clock. Well, the office is literally down a hallway, so I got there at 7 o'clock, tried to figure out what was going on, And before she came, one of her other students came, and I decided that I could ask him about it, like he would know anything. Long story short, we got into a serious argument over that because he didn't know I accused him of hiding information from me. It doesn't help that I was up all night. Finally, my PhD advisor comes by right while we're screaming at each other, and she was so upset at that. And it turned out all she wanted to show me was an idea that she had. Student life had to get involved in that, and so it was just really stupid. Had I had a girl to mull it over with, I might have gone to sleep, right? And I just need somebody to read me that bedtime story, right? So that I don't destroy myself like that. And also somebody to share responsibilities with, right? I don't know where everybody is. I have 3 tons of future gold. I'm saying it to the kid. 3 tons of what will become gold. Please, let's be financial partners. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.